our barrel bridge that we took off earlier, and I will just take a look at it and clean off any oil that was on there. And we're going to disassemble that too, because we need to put everything through the cleaner. So I took this off.
Yeah, what's attached to the barrel bridge that still needs taking off?
This is the part of the winding mechanism here. So this is it's kind of like a swinging ratchet, and it locks against the ratchet wheel. And here you go. This guy pivots like this. He pivots.
Okay.
And he locks up against the ratchet wheel, even though we have a click. So we'll take the click off. Now this particular gear has a bushing core too, right here. So we'll slide him off. He needs to be cleaned, and they develop dirt. And here's our bridge. I'll go ahead and dab some dirt off. Clean. So he rejoins our group of parts. And now I'm going to take him, I got to take the click off too. But let's move to the other side real quick and get this thing, because there's a little delicate disassembly here that we're going to get to. That
is this the bits that go around the stem?
No, this is our rolling jewel for the day advance.
Oh, okay.
And I'll show you. Okay, so we are going to be careful. But this is our date advance wheel, and it works with the pinion that I took off earlier that works with the hour wheel. It's a different pile of parts. Take him up. Now, see that jewel right there?
Right.
We don't want to lose him. Okay, so before we take him off, let's make sure this movement holder's tight. Okay, we're going to back off this spring, and we're going to lift this arm and get that jewel out of the way. And we're not going to lose him. And we got him safe. Look at that, he stuck to my tweezer. And this is it, right there. Put that right there. Now we can take our day wheel off. That's it. We're going to leave our jewels in. We are going to take this bridge off. Now these screws happen to be the same screws as the 4 that we recognized on the train side.
So you'd put them with those?
No, I'm putting everything in one group right here.
Gotcha, just in case.
Yeah.
And do you clean the screws?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, all the screws will go in.
Okay. So there's another plate coming off there.
Plate. There's a pinion here that needs to be cleaned too.
So I'm just going to zoom out again so people can see how you're just
now here's
putting all the parts in order there.
Here's your minute wheel. Put them right there. Okay, and there are 2 intermediate setting wheels here that famously grind up. There's that little gear.
Damn, that's small.
Gear, wheel, tiny. Tiny.
Wow, those are really small.
One of them can grind up with your sliding pinion. A lot of times a customer brings a watch in and says, my watch sounds like it's tearing up inside. I'm going, well, guess what? It's tearing up inside. So you change that wheel and your sliding pinion. And when that stuff tears up, you can end up breaking the end of the stem too. You end up changing that too. So this is our retaining plate jumper spring. Put that aside. Now we got to be careful again with our yoke spring. So we want to go in there carefully. Sometimes you want to use your tweezer to hold it down so it doesn't fly. Just like that. There's your spring right there. Set that aside. And kind of a strange feeling to be talking and you're not there. I got lonely.
It's okay.
Okay. This is a retaining spring that holds down your set lever. I believe on this watch the screw is the same as the others, but on a 3035 it's longer. So keep that in mind.
3035. Is that
the movement before that?
The movement before.
It would have been in a transitional or a vintage Submariner.
And this 3135, this is the current movement they have, isn't it, in the Submariners?
No, now they have the new movement with the parachrome.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And the only thing they've changed in the last couple of years is made it 1mm bigger, haven't they?
And here's our set lever, which has a lot of functions. Its own pivoting and depression button. This is your hack pin. This is the pin that engages the stem, and this is the pin that engages the action. Set him with the group. And now we have a rocker. And see this groove right here? That's how your set lever goes from position 1, 2, 3, or 3, 2, 1, or 3, 2, 1. Came off drama free. I'm meeting your challenge to stay in one place.
You're doing a great job of it.
Yeah. Yes, it helps me to not pick the thing up, and you know. Anyways, we're all set. I'm going to leave this spring in. I've never had them come out.
Okay.
They do come out, and it's usually when they're deformed. Like the watchmaker before me had bent it.
Right.
But
so if I zoom out, we are basically
looking at
disassembled from the point of view of a
bare
movement.
And
this is now ready to be organised into little pots for cleaning.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip it back over, and I'm going to try to not get my fingers in the way so you can see. And we're going to go ahead and put the balance on.
So the final thing you do is, because the balance and the hairspring is so delicate, rather than it rattle around in the cleaner, you actually reattach it to the main. Is it the base plate that it's called?
Main plate.
Main plate. You reattach it to the main plate so that it's not rattling around in the cleaner.
Yeah. Can you see that? Now this hairspring is very forgiving. You can't handle this hairspring the way, let's say, you would handle an antique pocket watch. It's just not going to happen. I don't mean that the pivot's forgiving. I'm just saying that the hairspring behaves itself.
Look at that.
When you're working with it.
Lovely.
A little bit of a problem, sorry. Get that in there. Gotta get him in his jewel. And then I'm using my thumb to make sure it doesn't fall off. I am nursing a headache, so a little bit of a... Oh, look at a hair. Get that out of the way. There we go. This one's actually fiddly compared to other. There we go. Got it in.
Nice.
So anyways, let's just go ahead and put a...
So you're going to put a screw back in to hold it?
Yeah. Let's put in a big screw. So remember we had 13 or...
Yeah, 13 that were the same. And was it
11.
4 that were bigger?
And then I use my tweezer just gently over here.
And these are your bronze tweezers, are they?
Slow motions I'm using to tighten this down.
So that you don't damage the screw or the...
Yeah.
Or the base plate.
I'm just getting the screw down for a minute just to get the guy safe. Now the balance is safe, I'll put the other screw in. There we go. And I will tighten them down now. I'm going to take a little blower and make sure that balance is free. See that?
And you can see the movement, so you know it's not in
yeah, so the balance is free, you know.
Not interfered with at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're going to tighten it down.
I'm actually going to stop the video now because we're getting a low battery.
And I just want to remind you we have to take off our click spring. But hey, you're all set. We're ready to put this in the cleaner and basket it.
Awesome. So please like and subscribe to the channel, and there'll be other videos carrying on with this when we next put this through the cleaner. So thanks very much.